Are sellers chasing the housing market down? That's what we're talking about in today's video, guys. Before we get started, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel maybe. I don't know, maybe you want to, maybe you don't, but we're gonna talk about it. Let's go. All right, guys, so are sellers chasing the housing market down? Short answer is yes, they are. What is basically happening right now is the market has completely changed. It's completely shifted from the seller's market that we had 6 months ago here in Canada, and it's changed, and sellers have completely missed the boat, and then now the boat has sailed away, and now of course they all want to get on board that boat. Now the funny thing is, this is greed 101. This is greed at play right now. So what does that mean, and what's going to happen? Well, essentially in this phase of the bubble, when sellers are chasing the market down, which I'm seeing firsthand, you know, I monitor the market here in Calgary, and I'm seeing exactly the same thing. I'm seeing people are going through price reductions, but guess what? By the time they get to reducing the price, they've already missed the boat for that price, and then they go down again, and they're always one step behind the market because they're too greedy. They're always trying to get more than their house is actually worth. Now, the thing about that is you're also going to have a ton of people that are going to essentially hold off selling. They're going to say, you know what, we're going to wait for a better market, which they believe is coming. And I'm here to tell you that is not the case. There is no better market than right now for the next couple of years, I believe. I believe the ship has sailed of this bull market in real estate. I believe we are at the start of a real estate collapse. And I think those people who are too greedy to sell right now, they're just going to get absolutely crushed and destroyed, because when they eventually come to sell, it's probably going to be out of fear and necessity. So the thing is, right now, we're missing one key ingredient in a financial collapse and housing market collapse, and that is unemployment. But the thing is, a lot of people comment on videos saying, Luke, the unemployment is so low right now. How can you say that unemployment is going to explode? And you know what? People said the same thing last year when I said interest rates are going to rise, when I said the housing market is going to collapse, prices are going to go down, when I said wait. And people were just like, yeah, you're wrong. Look at what's happening right now, or look at what is happening behind me. I don't know about you guys, but have you ever tried to drive by looking in the rearview mirror? Because that is what most people are doing. They're looking at backwards statistics and they're relying on that data to move forward, which is ridiculous. It's driving by looking in the rearview mirror. The thing is, as an investor in financial markets, in anything that you want to be, you have to be forward thinking. You have to be thinking of what's going to happen in the future. Now, nobody can predict the future. Don't be stupid. But you can estimate the probability of certain events happening, which is what we try and do on this channel. I use probabilities because probabilities are always what I'm going to go with. The thing is, right now, people are not using probabilities. They're not using critical thinking. They're using their emotions to think. They don't want to cut their price and sell for what it's worth because their neighbor down the road, hey, they sold at the peak, and they weren't necessarily timing the market, but now they've obsessing over this price that they want. The thing is, guys, this all bakes into the cake a fear story that comes later when the bubble bursts. The thing is, there is going to be a massive bubble bursting here in Canada, in the United States, globally, of the real estate market, and it's going to be unavoidable. Certain people are saying, you know, my market's going to be better than your market and whatever, and I just don't think that's the case. You know, all these markets are going to take a massive hit. The people who are going to get steamrolled the most are the first-time buyers that are just purely acting out of emotions of FOMO, which they're still acting out of right now. The thing is, guys, FOMO is a powerful emotion. It's just so powerful. The thing is, with FOMO, you've just got this fear, and that's what people really miss about FOMO. You know, when people are fearful, it means their judgment is clouded. And you know, as a trader, as somebody who trades financial markets pretty much every single day, I know that feeling all too well because I've experienced it myself and I've made tons of mistakes off it. And it was one of those things that I had to battle in order to win and become profitable as a trader. And here's the thing, you cannot just sit on the fence thinking that you're not going to suffer from this, because the reality is that you are going to suffer from it. So the first thing is accepting that you're going to suffer from it and then trying to work out a plan on how you can avoid suffering from it. So this is my top secret for dealing with FOMO. And really the thing is, it's staring at you right in the face, and all you've got to do is just think logically about what you are doing. Is it financially the thing that you should be doing, or are you acting out of your emotions? The thing is, if you actually answer those questions, then you're going to find the answer to whether you're making a decision based on FOMO and emotions, or you're doing it out of logic because it makes sense financially. You know, one of the questions that I would be asking myself if I was looking to buy a house right now is I would be asking myself the question, well, is it cheaper to rent than buy? And for most places across Canada, it is cheaper to rent, and that is with putting a significant down payment down. And the reality is, most people don't put a significant down payment down. So I'm talking about putting 20% down. It is cheaper to rent literally everywhere. And you might be worried because rent prices are going up right now, but I wouldn't worry so much about that, because yeah, rent prices are going up right now, but eventually they're going to start coming down. And I'm going to be talking about that in another video. So if you want to learn exactly why that's going to happen, then subscribe to the channel below. So the thing is, guys, where we are right now is in a precarious place for sellers. Now, if you're a buyer and you're sat on the fence, then you're in a good position to wait, monitor the market, and wait to pull the trigger when it makes financially sense to pull that trigger, instead of just jumping into the deep end thinking that you're making the right decision just because prices have backed off a little bit. Some of my friends have experienced what happened in 2008, and one of them, Scott Walters, who has a channel here on YouTube that you can go and check out below. I always link him in the description of every video. And he literally was one of the people that thought he was getting a good discount. He thought he was getting a great deal on his house. It was 25% cheaper. He thought he was getting a smoking hot deal. And then of course the economy tanked, because that is a lagging thing that happens. And that is what I talked about at the start of this video, guys, when I said about employment. That will be a story of something that happens later. You're not going to see unemployment shoot up right now, but it is going to probably start shooting up towards the fall and winter here in 2022. And here's the thing, guys, this is going to happen. You have to face the music here, because the economy is based highly on real estate prices, which are going down, and construction and everything that goes along with that, which is all slowing, many cancelled projects. It's all grinding to a halt, and that's going to mean a lot of people are going to be laid off, and a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, lose their homes, and it's the reality. And where do you want to be? Do you want to be a first-time buyer who just bought a house and now you're watching everybody lose their job, and potentially you lose your job as well, and then end up in the same boat as everybody else, rowing without an oar? So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I was really buzzing. I had to get out here and make this because I felt like, you know, there's so much BS out there and it needs to be shared. If you enjoyed this video, please share it. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you like it. We do live streams on this channel, so if you want to be a part of that, hit the notification bell, turn all notifications on. You don't have to join us for every single one, but you could join us for a couple. I don't know. Anyway, guys, see you later. Peace.